Dial 1 adjusts the swashplate cyclic gain. Adjusting the swashplate cyclic gain adjusts the cyclic response of the Blade 450X. You can increase this gain to the point of the helicopter begins to oscillate. Now, up to this point, what increasing the gain does is cause the helicopter to stop more precisely and stop harder after cyclic inputs. It also makes the helicopter more stable in the air. On the other side, if you decrease this gain too low, the helicopter will actually feel spongy and very imprecise to your inputs. So if you feel the need to experiment with these settings, please keep these behaviors in mind. Dial 2 adjusts the swashplate direct cyclic feed forward. Increasing dial 2 will provide you a more direct feel to your Blade 450X. However, there is an upper limit to this. As you continue to increase dial 2, what you'll find is that although your controls feel more direct, the AR7200BX will actually backtrack your inputs. For example, if you give a forward input and stop at a certain point, if the feed forward is too high, the AR7200 will actually bring the helicopter back. Now, on the other side, if the feed forward is too low, what you'll find is that the helicopter will seem delayed, meaning you'll give an input at the transmitter, however, it seems to take longer than usual for the helicopter to respond to your input. So take the time to adjust this dial to find the setting that you like that provides the best feel and also the best response. Dial 3 adjusts the tail dynamic. What the tail dynamic does is adjust the acceleration and deceleration of your tail in response to your rudder inputs. Increasing the tail dynamic increases the overall aggressiveness of the tail in response to your rudder stick inputs. As this dial is increased, the tail will be more aggressive in following your inputs when moving away from center, as well as it will be more aggressive in stopping the tail when you return the rudder stick back to center. So this makes the tail stop harder when you tell it to. However, if the tail dynamic is too high, what you'll find is that the tail will have a bounce back at the end of a pirouetting command. As well as if you get into switching pirouetting maneuvers, going from left to right, right to left, you'll find that the tail is a little bit spongy. On the flip side of that, if the tail dynamic is too low, you'll find that the tail is imprecise and will take a considerable amount of rotational distance to actually stop the tail once the rudder stick has been returned to center. Also, in addition to that, when moving the rudder stick away from center, the tail will seem to take time to accelerate and to actually get to your desired pirouetting speed. So knowing these behaviors, take the time to really experiment with your tail dynamic setting to find a setting that works best for you.